Welcome to Last Week in Clickbait, the new show which is a blatant ripoff of Star Wars Explained's failed series from a few years ago. If you like this style of video, I might do it more in the future. Maybe I'll add it to my merch store because I'm a pretentious douchebag. Last week I exposed Star Wars Comics for uploading duplicate videos. A few weeks prior to that, I exposed him for uploading clickbait. Today's example sadly combines both clickbait and duplicate videos.
That made him mad. He turned to Sidious and told him that these creations are abominations. What Sidious and Silo are doing is heresy, as his tone was increasing. Sidious did not take it lightly.
Let's break this down. The original video when Darth Vader yelled at Sidious, Star Wars Comics Explained. This video was made in 2018. The video description says Vader sort of yelled at his master, yet the video title clearly said he yelled. So is it yelled or sort of yelled? This video received 128,000 views. Anything over 100,000 is a solid video. You think he'd be satisfied. Oh, he wasn't. In 2020, Star Wars Comics uploaded the same video. This time it got 177,000 views. But Star Wars Fake News Comics changed the narrative around this comic. Vader is now crying in front of Palpatine, when 2 years ago he was yelling or sort of yelling. He states in the video title that this is canon. So just to make it clear, I guess Vader crying in front of Palpatine is canon, not yelling. But a year later, Star Wars Fake News Comics decided to change his narrative in Star Wars canon again. Darth Vader didn't cry or sort of yell at Palpatine, he had a shouting match with Palpatine. Star Wars Fake News Comics also put a little extra work into this one. He added some new panels and made a new, energetic voiceover.
Vader felt the same for the commando droids as Silo's creations. These creations are abominations. It is heresy against the true nature of the Force.
But unfortunately, that didn't generate more views than the previous two. So Star Wars Comics uploads clickbait and duplicate videos. He knowingly and regularly deceives his subscribers. Star Wars Comics has been exposed. Video over? No, far from it. That was just a warm-up. Back in 2018, Alex from Star Wars Explained was doing his version of Last Week in Clickbait. He was really doing his best Knights of Melvin impression.
But last week it was announced that Lucasfilm had apparently changed all of the posters for Solo: A Star Wars Story to remove all of the blasters, and the way some of my peers covered it was downright laughable.
Well, I must say I'd hoped for better.
And everyone is acting like Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to take the wars out of Star Wars.
This just came off as awkward. Now, Star Wars Explained was correct. This was false. He called out Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, but he also called out Star Wars Theory. Theory was not happy about the video and made that clear in the comments. Apparently, they've had dinners together, yet Star Wars Explained is the kind of guy that would stab a quote-unquote friend in the back over something like this.
I'll get you a spoon so you can eat my ass.
Now I must ask, was calling out Theory really about clickbait? We all know how triggered Star Wars Sexplained was by the growth of Theory's channel.
Hey, Sexplained, what does YouTube say Theory's subscriber count is? It's over 3 million! What? 3 million? What power! And it's just from blocking people on Twitter.
So Theory made a comment on Star Wars Explained's video, then Star Wars Comics decided to respond to Star Wars Theory, and he took some shots. Star Wars Theory, You are a petulant child and an egotistical maniac. This response shows how little thought goes not only in your videos, which you steal from other Star Wars YouTubers, but in general. Alex made a great point, but it was futile. Someone who's so in love with himself will never learn what an adult is, unfortunately. Oh man, so much to dissect here. Star Wars Comics called Star Wars Theory a petulant child, said he's not an adult. It's really funny that this is coming from Star Wars Comics. Now, I'm not saying he's a child, he's a fully grown man, but what kind of adult uploads clickbait, duplicate videos, deceives his subscribers, insults their intelligence, and shows a complete lack of empathy for their time? I think the answer is someone who puts little thought into their videos, and someone who would do all that is an egotistical maniac. Why is this guy even replying to Theory? Is it because, like Sexplained, he started his channel before Theory? He saw Theory's channel, and Star Wars Comics got jealous. This is just a Star Wars conspiracy theory, but why do you think Star Wars Fake News Comics rebranded his channel from Bessie to Star Wars Comics? Could it be that Theory's success with covering comics led to the major change? I took a deep look into both channels. They both started covering comics at about the same time. No one really got the idea from the other. The only difference is Theory's comic videos were more successful. His channel overall was powerful. Now you might be saying, okay, Darth Melvin, stop it. You have no evidence that Star Wars Comics changed his channel name because he wanted to match the success of Star Wars Theory. That may be hard to prove, but I have evidence Star Wars Comics copies Star Wars Theory. In December 2018, we all know about Star Wars Theory's Vader fan film. The buzz it created completely jacked up the Twitter sphere. Theory was hyping the release and was eating away at Star Wars Comics. On December 9th, Star Wars Comics decided he was going to release his own major Star Wars project, a Star Wars video game. Star Wars Comics was planning to bring back the canceled game Star Wars 1313. This was essentially his Vader fan film. This was the thing that was going to put Star Wars Comics on the map. Theory's making a fan film. I'm gonna make a video game! On December 23rd, 2018, after Theory's Vader fan film was released, Star Wars Theory did a face reveal. That very same day, Star Wars Comics did his own face reveal. Now, this isn't the first time Star Wars Fake News Comics revealed his face, but I believe it was only the second time. So showing his face on camera is a big event for the channel, and this was done on the same day as Theory's face reveal. Star Wars Comics wanted to replicate the hype Theory received for Vader fan film. Now you might be saying, Darth Melvin, come on, this is just a coincidence. Maybe it is just a coincidence. But what if I told you the 1313 video game was never released? Star Wars Comics made a few videos about the game. He tweeted about it a month later in January 2019, and that was the last we ever heard about it. I even personally infiltrated his Discord server looking for any updates about Star Wars 1313. I can confirm Star Wars Comics has not made any public announcements in regards to the status of this game. That comes off as cowardly and childish. Now, if Circus Film shut this down, the adult thing to do would be to let his subscribers know. I don't think anyone would have cared. No one likes Circus Film, they would have had sympathy. But the egotistical maniac didn't make any announcements. He didn't want to admit that he failed, that he epically failed. And to make things even worse, have you seen his Patreon? Right under his name it says creating Star Wars 1313 fan video game. So he's clearly not making this game, yet he's still advertising it on his Patreon. What if I'm a new subscriber or a casual subscriber that isn't red-pilled about this guy, and I like his
future Star Wars content?
I check out his Patreon and see that he's developing the Star Wars 1313 game. Hell yeah, I'll throw some money at this. I'll support the channel. But little do I know the game is fake news. He's not producing it. Surely Star Wars Comics will see this video. We'll see if he updates his Patreon. I don't know anything about game development, but looking at some of the Twitter comments, they were very pessimistic about this game and accurately predicted it would not happen. You know, given all the deception on this channel, you gotta wonder, did Star Wars Fake News Comics have legit plans to release this game, or was this an elaborate clickbait scheme? Now you might be saying, alright, Darth Melvin, enough. Star Wars Comics was my favorite YouTuber, and now I'm unsubscribing. Just stop exposing him. Hold on, there's more. I want to go back again to Star Wars Comics' accusation that Theory steals from other YouTubers. That's an interesting accusation considering Star Wars Comics stole Star Wars Theory's thumbnail. This thumbnail is from 4 years ago on a video that got 2.3 million views. Star Wars Comics copied the thumbnail. Look at Anakin, Sith eyes, outlined in red, left side. It's the exact same picture. You got red lightning down the middle. Anakin has a red lightsaber. And instead of the youngling on the right side, Star Wars Fake News Comics put Grogu in there. Then he puts canon in the title, but this is Star Wars Fake News Comics. Fake comics, fake thumbnails, fake canon, fake accusations. Star Wars Comics accused Star Wars Theory of stealing content from other YouTubers. Well, clearly Star Wars Comics is the one that steals from other YouTubers. And it's not just limited to YouTube. Star Wars Comics steals designs from Star Wars Theory's merch store. High ground? Theory has a custom-drawn Obi-Wan holding a lightsaber. Not only did Star Wars Fake News Comics rip off the design, he used Disney's IP. That's an interesting Palpatine design. Why is he wearing sunglasses? I wonder where he got the idea from. Theory store. It's Christmas then. Star Wars Fake News Comics steals Theory's thumbnails. I think it's fair to say he scouted Theory's merch store and copied designs. Typical of Star Wars Comics putting little thoughts into his channel and merch store. Look, he doesn't even have a cover photo for his store.
Let me tell you why I suck as a salesman.
Star Wars Comics has been exposed. He posts clickbait. He lies in his video titles and thumbnails. He steals thumbnails. He uploads duplicate videos. He was too much of a coward to announce his fake news game Star Wars 1313 failed. He lies about other YouTubers, and he steals designs from Star Wars Theory's merch store. I am Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin, and I am cleansing the Star Wars community. Through the dark side of the Force, I will bring balance to the Star Wars fandom. Become a knight, subscribe to the channel, join the Knights of Melvin Discord, help plot to take down Disney and all their shills.